Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my new flat. Not that you can tell, but welcome to it. We are currently in the middle of filming, decluttering and putting away my makeup. But today I'm taking a little break and we're going to do a fun little Halloween tag. So first off, happy Halloween to all you spooky humans out there. And today we're doing a tag that was thought up by my lovely friend Melissa. I'll leave her channel down below. There's quite a few of us doing this. We're going to use some sort of spooky palette. This is the Hocus Pocus Regain Focus palette from Plouise. I actually saw Spooky Mama Glam use this again the other day and was like, I need to pull that baby out. So today we're going to do something spooky. We are going to answer some questions and yeah, without a doubt, let's get into it. We're going to start off with some eyeshadow primer potion. This is like the second time I'm putting makeup on since we moved. It's all been very manic. The spare bedroom, which is going to be our like office and my kind of like beauty room, is looking basically like a bomb has hit it. I'm slowly, I think I've got like maybe like 30% of my makeup away. So yeah, we're having a great time. It's been a journey. We're actually off not next week, the week after. And I'm so excited to just have some time off because it has been intense. So we've got some moisturiser on, we've got some Beauty Crop Peptide Calm lip treatment on, we've got some NARS primer on. Let's do the first question. So the first question is, do you get scared easily? Now, I feel like I might be cheating a little bit here. If for those of you who don't know, for those of you who've come over from like other channels or the playlist, I actually have a degree in forensic science and anthropology, which is basically the study of bones. So anything kind of creepy and gory does not scare me, but I am not into jump scares. Jump scares are not for me. I don't know whether you can hear that noise. I don't know what it is. So yeah, jump scares are not for me, but anything in terms of like gore and horror kind of fascinates me. Part of me is always like, but does that look like the real thing? So yeah, I've got a degree in forensics, so I would say I'm not scared super easily. I'm not like very easy to scare. But then the things I am scared of are a bit weird. So I'm just currently taking the shade Time for Tricks, which is this one here. And we're just going through the crease with this one. I'm not going to be doing anything elaborate, I don't think. I just haven't got the energy, to be honest. Because like I said, I've literally been sorting and filming my makeup, putting away my makeup all day. So I've been like talking for hours. Okay, the second question is, what scares you the most? I'm gonna come out and just tell you all my biggest fear. My biggest fear is birds. So gore, blood, guts, murderers, don't bother me. Birds, terrified of them. Like literally, if a pigeon comes too close to me, I will possibly cry. I feel like I'm the kind of girl who's like, I love like spiders, I love snakes, but then birds. Birds are just my kryptonite. So I feel like it's quite a weird fear. Although I do know Ant from Ant and Dec, if any of you are British, he is also scared of pigeons. So it's not just me. Right, okay, we're going to do the shade Death's Door, which is this one here. And we're just going to start deepening up the crease. The next question is, what is your favourite Halloween tradition? And I love pumpkin carving. It's such a fun tradition. I think in the UK, it's not quite as like common to like go all out for Halloween. So we don't really do like the decorations and like the 12-foot skeletons, which I'm always very jealous of. Having a degree in anthropology, I'm like, I want a 12-foot skeleton. But I think, yeah, I love a good pumpkin carving. I think it's really fun. I still want to go to a pumpkin patch, but it's just not something I've ever got round to doing. And then obviously this year, like I wanted to go last year. It just never happened. And then this year we've been moving, so we've definitely not had the time to this year. But maybe one day I will go to a pumpkin patch. Right, we're going to take I Am Dead, which is this kind of bright green here. And we're going to start doing this in the outer V. And then we're going to take Dark Soul, which is the black. So yeah, I'd love to know, like, especially like from like other countries, like what your Halloween traditions are, because we don't really have too many in the UK. It's just like obviously like the trick-or-treating, but I've not done that since I was a kid. I feel like maybe I'll like enjoy that more when I have my own children to take trick-or-treating. But for now, it's definitely got to be pumpkin carving. Okay, next question is, what is your go-to Halloween candy? Now, I have recently become, well, I haven't recently become, but I've recently found out I'm actually quite severely gluten intolerant. So it's like changed a lot of the things that like I absolutely love. Like I am personally a double decker girly from Cadbury's, but I cannot have those anymore. So I'm not really sure in terms of my favourite Halloween candy, to be honest, at the moment. I do love a Mawam, but like again in the UK we don't necessarily have like specific Halloween candy. It's just kind of, you just get everything like in smaller sizes. So it's like all like the, what do they call them? Fun size chocolate bars and stuff like that. But I do love a Mawam. And I always love a Haribo. So any kind of those little bags of Star Mix, honestly, I could sit and probably eat the entire big bag of the tiny bags, because they're just so good. But yeah, there's nothing in particular. I think I always wanted to try candy corn. Like that's something that I've never seen in the UK. I don't even know. I feel like you could probably get it somewhere, but it's not something I've ever seen to be able to buy. And I think it looks really good. I know some people say it's a bit naff, but I'd really love to try it one day. But yeah, I think for me it would just be like a tiny chocolate bar or some Mawams, which are my fave all the time, to be honest. Right, okay, have I ever done a couple's costume or a group costume? Again, like, Halloween's not that big of a thing in the UK. I did once while I was at uni. Me and my friends went dressed as, like, so my friend Sam was, not my Sam, different Sam. He was a surgeon. And then we were all, like, botched plastic surgery Barbies. So we did, like, the whole, like, cuts, lots of blood. That was a really fun Halloween, actually. But apart from that, I've not really ever done any kind of the group costumes. I see so many cool ones, and I'm like, just, you wouldn't see it in the UK, I don't think. But no, there is some really, really cool costumes out there. And I'd love to go, like, I've always wanted to do, like, Scooby-Doo. I think if me and Sam ever have enough kids to do the whole of Scooby-Doo, I definitely would want to do that. So I'm just going back in here with Time for Tricks to blend. And then I'm going to go in with Creep It Real, which is very yellow. And we're going to put that on the outer corner and really buff this out. I honestly had no idea where I was going with this look, but I quite like it. So, happy days. I think one of our next door neighbours has a leaf blower. And from what I've heard thus far, they really love this leaf blower. They're always blowing leaves, which, I mean, we're surrounded by trees, so I kind of get it, but I'm like, is it worth it? Is it worth it, girl? Right, we're going to take a bit more Dark Soul. I'm going to mix it with that I Am Dead, which is that bright green shade. And we're going to pack some more down on the outer corner. Our next question is, are you superstitious? Oh, yes. I am the most superstitious person. Now, these are all UK superstitions, so I don't know whether these are, like, things that everybody's superstitious of, but I will never not salute a magpie. So if you've never heard of that, it's, magpies, like, if you see one on its own, it's meant to bring you sorrow, 2 brings joy, 3 is meant to predict that a child is a girl, 4 is a boy, 5's for silver, 6 for gold, and 7 is for a secret never to be told. So I'm very superstitious. Magpies always get saluted. Never cross anybody on the stairs. Crossbones bring sorrow homes, which is like if you like put knives in the sink and you cross them, like that's bad. It drives Sam absolutely insane because I'm so superstitious. But yeah, I feel like my grandma is super superstitious, so because of that, that's why I'm like that. Right, okay. Do I believe in ghosts? I don't know. I like the idea that you could like hang around afterwards. I know some people might think that's weird. We're going to do a shimmer. I'm going to actually go in with Don't Ghost Me. That was well planned. Unintentionally, but well planned. I honestly don't know. Like, some things I see, I'm like, absolutely, ghosts are, without a doubt, 100% real. And then other times I'm just like, But, yeah. I think I like the idea of it. I'm not necessarily sure if I believe. I don't think I'd ever, like, freak out because I thought somewhere was haunted or anything like that. But I like the idea that somebody might just, like, hang around just to, like, fuck shit up. I really like that idea. I feel like that is something that, like, only a bringer of chaos would love. And I do love a little bit of chaos every now and again. Okay, have I ever been to a haunted house, whether real or like a fake, like entertainment kind of venue? I have not. There is actually, not like a couple of hours from me, there is a theme park that used to be called Camelot that's been abandoned for maybe like 10 years, and I think they've made that into some sort of like apocalypse wonderland. I'm just going to go in with Haunted Huns which is this middle green here, just to transition those greens together, which looks absolutely amazing. Like, they have all the actors. I've also never been to like what's meant to be like a real haunted house, but I'd love to do one of like the ship ones. I know there's like a couple of ships like around the world that are like meant to be haunted, and you can like go and like not necessarily spend the night, but like look around. I'd love to do that. I feel like that would be so fun. And I am a bit of like a history buff as well. Okay, I am going to take a little bit of this darker green, actually. I think it's called Shapeshifter. It's just down at the bottom here, and we're going to do basically the same that we did with the lighter green, just a bit further along. Okay, next question. Favourite horror monster or villain? Okay, not a great question for me, because I do not like horror films. Purely from the fact of, like I said, not bothered about the gore, not bothered about, like, the grossness. It's the jump scares. I just can't handle them. I'm just too much of a wimp for those. I don't like being made to jump, so I don't have a favourite because I don't like any of them. I'm gonna be honest. But in terms of the next question, do I prefer gores or thrillers? Without doubt, gore. As long as there's no like crazy jump scares, I don't mind. But if it's gonna be like just jumping out everywhere, it's not for me. Right, we're going to go on to the face. We're going to do a little bit of, say, slip tint. This is in my project pan. I'm just going to use a dry sponge with this. Okay, next one is, have you ever played with a Ouija board? I have not. I would love to, though. I feel like that would be a super interesting experience. Like I said, I'm not necessarily, like, scared of ghosts if they did, like, reveal themselves. All that makes me think of when I say reveal themselves is Paddy McGuinness coming down in a lift on Take Me Out, saying single man reveal yourself. But yeah, I have never played with a Ouija board. I don't know whether I am a little bit too superstitious to play with a Ouija board. I feel like it's like, do I want to tempt fate? But then at the same time, I feel like it would be like a cool experience. Not a cool experience necessarily, but like a fun thing to say that you have experienced. I don't know. Okay, what was your favourite Halloween costume as a kid and why? Anything like zombie or anything like that I could play with makeup, like from like being like maybe like 11. Like Halloween, like doing Halloween makeup was the best part of Halloween for me. It wasn't like most of the Halloween costumes that I've done over the years. I've been in like normal clothes and then done like crazy makeup, like the one I was saying before, the like surgeon one. Like we just had like normal like going out clothes on. And it was just the makeup I focused on. So basically anything makeup wise, most of the time we were like zombies because that was easy to do with like nothing particularly specific. But yeah, anything that was heavy makeup from being very young, I was like, oh yes, I get to put like loads of eyeshadow, and technically it doesn't need to look that good because it's Halloween and it's meant to be scary. Okay, so I've just done a little bit of the Radiance, what you called, Studio Radiance Concealer from MAC. Doing a little bit of NARS Laguna now. Okay, ooh. The last question, actually. This is, be honest, you really only take one piece of candy if the sign says take one. Because I think in the UK, we're not, as a nation, we're not as into Halloween as the US. You don't tend to find many people do the, like, take one piece of candy kind of thing, because it's like either you've got up like Halloween decorations and you want kids to come and trick-or-treat at your house, or alternatively you haven't got any decorations up and you just don't answer the door. Like that's super common in the UK. You'll find like half the street, like especially when we were kids, half the street would answer the door, half the street you knew they were in, they were just ignoring you, which is fine. But yeah, so it's not really, you don't ever necessarily find, like, bowls of candy outside people's houses. Would I take one? Probably as a child, no. As an adult, I probably would only take one, yeah. And if I was, like, taking a child out trick-or-treating, I would probably make them only take one too, because, like, in this economy. But yeah, like it's not very common. Like I would be surprised if I were to take like somebody out trick-or-treating and to find like a bowl of sweets outside somebody's door and that was like take one. Right, we're just going to do under the eyes. We're going to go in with this shade here called I Dare You. So yeah, it's definitely not, like I said, a lot of people in the UK don't have anything to do with Halloween. Like a lot of people, like around where I grew up, you'd find they would like only answer the door for kids they knew, or they'd like come out when the like neighbourhood kids came out to go trick-or-treating and they'd give them stuff then, but they wouldn't like open their door to like randoms. So yeah, I think it's a little bit different. Like it's not as universally like done in the UK. So, and the fact is like if they're just in the UK, if they just left a bowl of sweets outside, some like rumman, we'll go with rumman, would just come and take all the sweets, like that wasn't even trick-or-treating. And you do get a lot in the UK. I don't know whether it's like this in the US, but or like anywhere else, but you'll get a lot of like teenagers who are quite clearly not doing it for Halloween. They're just going around and trying to get food off people. Right, we're going to take Basic Witch, which is on the other side of the palette. It's this one here. I'm going to put this in the inner corner. So yeah, it is just not, like, it's not as commonly done in the UK, I think. And yeah, if you did that, somebody would just come and take it all. So I think it's either like you're in and you want to participate or you don't participate at all. But I wish it was a little bit different, to be honest. I like the idea of just like leaving a bowl outside. Like, me and Sam have just moved into a block of flats, so I think the likelihood that we do get trick-or-treaters is going to be very slim, apart from like kids who live in the block of flats. And like, I've got some bits just in case, but I honestly don't expect we'll get any. I think last year at my parents' house there was 0 trick-or-treaters, because I think a lot of the time these days it's like, well, you've not got a pumpkin or any decorations outside, so you just leave it. I think that's more like the common consensus in the UK these days. Right, okay, I'm just going to do a little brow, and then we'll put some mascara on and a lip, and we're all done. So I do hope you did enjoy this. I'm really excited to see other people's answers, because I'm excited to like hear more about like different ways and different, like how different countries do Halloween, because I think in the UK we are a little bit like, I don't want to say bitter about Halloween, but we're a little bit like, we're like the Grinches of Halloween. Like, we love Christmas in the UK, but don't do a lot for Halloween, I think. Like, you'll very often see like the shops, I know like America, like they get some Christmas decorations in, but it's mainly Halloween, whereas it's like one tiny little section of Halloween in the UK, and then the rest of it is all Christmas. Because I definitely think we're like a Christmas nation rather than a Halloween. And to be honest, I think I'm probably more of a Christmas person than a Halloween person. I do enjoy it, but I think it's like nice to be able to express yourself in a cool way. But I'm always going to be a Christmas person, I think. Right, we're going to do something really simple on the lips. We're just going to do the NYX Fat Oil and Sprinkle Sprinkle. Okay, and let's do a touch of setting spray. Okay, so that is it. I really had fun filming this tag, but I think I'm actually more excited to see other people's, to see like what Halloween is like in their culture. I do hope you did enjoy this. Let me know if you've got any questions about UK Halloween, because I feel like we do it just on such like a more toned down vibe than everywhere else in the world. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you next time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time. Bye!